It's your main man, PBM Louie.
It's the homie GL.
With Beards.
And Bottles.
You know, Rose. This is our sponsor. We do this every week. We want you guys to go check it out.
That red rose.
Look, hey. we're certain guys, right? And we like to groom ourselves. Yeah.
You heard?
So in certain times when we grooming ourselves, you know, you got to be particular. You got to take care of yourself, right? The only way you can really take care of yourself is by using what?
Presence beard kit.
You know what I mean? It got everything you need. All of the two essentials.
This joint in here, bro, it got a comb. It got the beard balm. It got the beard bonnet.
Show them the beard balm.
They got the beard balm.
Show them the oil. Show them the oil.
They got the, oh shit, hold on. They got the dust bag.
Everything
got the beard oil.
So it's a different thing when you're dealing with that. So
comb.
Presence is where it's at. You want to get your beard right. You want to get your beard together. You want to be able to sleep right. You want to be able to be good. You want to get the oil, the Nikes, the essence, the smell. You want your wife to be like,
You know what I'm saying?
Presence. Beard kit.
Yo, use that special Beards and Bottles promo code.
Use that now.
25% off.
It's at the bottom of this. 25% off. Use the Beards and Bottles promo code. All right? So Presence Beard Kit. It's us.
Yo, what up, y'all? This is Vin Rock from the legendary Grammy Award-winning group Naughty by Nature, and I just poured up with Beards and Bottles, yo. It's a good one. Check me out.
Yeah. Beards and bottles. Beards and bottles. Beards and bottles. Beards and bottles. Flies. Bad as mobs. Pop.
Yeah. It's your main man, PBM Louie.
It's the homie GL.
And his Beards
and Bottles.
We got our special guest here today. The legend.
The GOAT.
Himself, the GOAT. Vin. What's up, baby? Vin Rock.
What up, y'all?
Vin, it's a pleasure to have you up here. You know what I mean? First and foremost, before anything, you know what I mean? We like to always show our legends love. You know what I mean? It's not many times that we really get a lot of legends.
It's the first legend up here. Uncle Vinny,
you're the first real legend up here, for real.
All right, that's good.
Yeah. Salute.
And you know, my thing is, man, I see your work, you know.
Right.
You know, I'm from Jersey, and I love to support our younger brothers. You know, y'all are grown men, so
right.
You know, but y'all are younger than me. I'm 52 years old,
wow,
so y'all can do the math after that. But you know, I see your work out there, and I, you know, touch up the stuff that I like, and you know, my man Arsenal hit me up. He's like, "Yo, Louie," but my thing is like, you see, I. With you online, so you could have just hit me in the DM.
You know what it is, though? You know, such a legend, such a guy, such pristine with so much, you know what I mean, accomplishments, prestige. You know what I mean? And no matter the interactions when I see you, you know what, you be like, you know what, let me just make sure the relationship that's in between us, that's stronger than mine, you know, reach out of respect.
Which is smart, which is good, you know?
Because you could have curved me.
Because ours could call us anytime, man.
Right.
Got a lot of good times
relationships, you know what I mean, is always going to put further than anything else, you know what I mean?
Cool.
Before we start off, we all like to start off with how our week was.
The weekend was fire. You know, I was at R&B Saturdays.
Yeah, it was too.
As always, that was a vibe. You know, 246 Marbury Street, North. We there every Saturday. You pulled up. You was there in the building with your wife.
Yeah, I brought my wife through.
Cupcaking all night. He going to the DJ making special requests.
You gotta do it, man.
I'm only almost 3 years married. I still kind of young.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
my man Jaheim said, "Put your woman first."
And I got
he definitely did that day. I was like, look at him.
And so for me, I went to a birthday party. Then I went to actually the same spot that you went to. Obviously, that you do every Saturday, R&B Saturdays. And then I had a podcast on Sunday, Blazing Bars, that I went to, and that was dope. You know what I mean? How your week was? The weekend?
Oh, my week has been a crazy grind. We're out here celebrating the 30th anniversary of our second album, 1993.
Clap it up,
which features our hit single Hip Hop Hooray. Then we're producing this concert, me and my man MJ Soup, you know, along with KG. We're doing the Wellmont Theater show. So
we got how many free tickets we need?
We got y'all. We got a Beards and Bottles section. You know what I mean?
I like that.
So we out there promoting that, and yeah, man, connecting the dots, making moves.
When is that going to be?
That's Saturday, Saturday, March 25th.
I was about to say September.
Yeah, I was about to give you my birthday, yo.
Damn, I was going to Payday, I love you. I was about to go to Florida. I'm going to have to stay here now, Pay.
Nah, I got to stay
here.
We
got to stay here.
Yeah, nah, we're going to be rocking out there. We had the Wellmont Theater in Montclair, New Jersey. Right. So my man, NJ Soup, he's our childhood friend, our childhood brother, grew up with us.
Right.
He's been banging out in the clubs all this time,
for
you
years.
know. Right. So again, man, we always support our brothers. We always support just Jersey, period. Just people, young people doing shit right. You know what I mean?
Right.
And, you know, this is a play where we're coming out of the clubs and going into the Ticketmaster Live Nation business. You know what I mean? Right. So we had a play at the Wellmont Theater, and this is going to be our first concert that we're producing ourselves. And we got Next, R&B group Next. We got the beautiful A. Marie coming through.
I got to bring my lady dogs.
We got the God MC, AZ there. Yeah. Then we got Funk Flex, Funk Master Flex on the ones and twos.
The GOAT.
And then me and KG, you know, we have this new Slugger movement that we're doing.
Slugger. We need some of that merch. Right?
Yeah, we're going to do that.
All episode.
That's a mean lineup. So I ain't going to lie, it's looking real good, too. Looking real youthful. You know?
Yeah. So, you know, that's a new project K and I have. And, you know, Slugger's producing this along with NJ Soup. So we open up the show with a DJ hype set.
Oh, that's dope.
And then we are developing new acts and actually, we got a new album coming with Next called Next by Nature. But then we have, you know, new artists that we're developing, but this Slugger movement is basically a platform, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then we have the veteran acts, we have the new up and coming acts, and it's just a platform to come get busy on, you know? And we're paying it forward, man. We're 30 plus years in the game.
Yeah.
You know, one leg retired, one leg still, you know.
You know, y'all artists, but y'all still entrepreneurs, so you can't really retire ever.
Right, no. A hustler never retires.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
There's some things you just really gotta
gets busy out here. That's in the blood, man.
Right, so let's kick it off. Let's, you know, we like to talk about origin stories up here, right? So we like to, you know, really get where it came from for you. And we already know, like, you know, how it started for you in the teenage, you know, dancing, so on and so forth. Before all that.
Dancing.
You know what I mean?
He was breakdancing.
Breakdancing.
And beatboxing.
They from the era where hip-hop really started, so it's different. So before we get into that, let's go to the childhood before you get to that, before your teenage years. You know, just the upbringing, what block you came from, your parents, so on and so forth, their upbringing, and how you started dealing with music. Let's start there.
Cool. Well, you know, I'm like, my name is Vincent Edward Brown, 9/17/70, giving up all the government shit. But yo, you know, first and foremost, I'm Vin Rock from Naughty by Nature, 1/3 of Naughty by Nature. And personally, I'm the youngest of 7. Wow. So if you can imagine, I was born 1970, right? September 17th, 1970. I'm the youngest of 7 children. I have 5 sisters and 1 brother. But my brother, like right now, if I'm 52, my brother is like 63.
Oh, man.
So the only male in my house, that was the gap. So I'm raised by 5 women. And my youngest sister is 3 years older than me. Right? So you can imagine, I'm the youngest of 7, 5 sisters, 1 brother. My mother was a crossing guard. Okay? So in the 70s, her salary was $250 bi-weekly. Raising 7 kids bi-weekly.
Wow.
No father figure.
So do that math. No father figures were, you know, my mom's, God rest her soul, but she has 7 kids by like 3 different guys.
Right.
You know, so if you can imagine that dynamic. So she was basically a single parent, raising 7 kids by herself bi-weekly. That's $125 a week.
How does she afford toilet paper?
Public assistance. You know what I'm saying? So,
and it's the 70s.
I'm the epitome of like good times, you know, Florida Evans. But there were 2 parents in the household, but it was only, you know, my mom, public assistance, and my brothers and sisters. You know what I mean? So I grew up, and really this is where I get my mentality from and where I get my hustle from. I grew up in the 70s where 5 sisters, 1 brother. All I remember growing up was all of my siblings had children before they graduated high school and or had a chance to go to college. So my mentality is, being the youngest of 7, all I grew up seeing: cigarettes, backgammon, you know, spades, cigarettes, you know, the weed, whatever other drug they were doing. And then all of my siblings, you know, and not to shit on them or whatever, they would just complain about being broke. And then they had kids, and then they were on welfare. And then I saw this cycle and I'm like, well, no wonder you're broke, because I see these habits. I see the children come along, and if no one's educated or has a formal skill set to have a decent job, and everything is all menial labor, like all of my family worked at Burger King and every fast food joint, but that was the max of the job.
You know, that's the cycle that was created by the government for us at that time, for the black people. You know, chicken shacks, cigarettes, and liquor stores everywhere around a certain space. So the dynamic of you not doing that is not almost impossible for you not to do it. And so if you was rare, not to be touching those things at that time.
Well, but the thing was, that's what hip hop was born out of. The ruins of the government banking against us, you know? And to this day, that's why I say, when I give these examples of my siblings, my brothers and sisters, I'm not shitting on them. They're the ones who gave me the drive and the direction to say, yo, I'm using them as an example. So when I'm able to come up, you know, I've always supported my family, you know, to an extent, because you can't carry everyone. And I think even this is why I don't have my own children. So, you know, when you look back and go retro, you're like, damn, fucking 52 years old and I don't have children. And I'm like, yo, coming up, and I do my own therapy. Coming up, I associated children with, yo, if you're not ready for it, you got to go on welfare, and you got to go on public assistance, and you just working around this. And then it comes a detriment where you're looking for this perfect scenario in order to have kids. But now when I look at my brothers and sisters, all my nieces and nephews, and all of my friends, I'm like, yo, it's not bad. And then I made fucking millions of dollars. Could have been had kids.
You could have took care of all of them. 3 times over. So now moving forward, we're a teenager now. We're going from a young guy, you know what I mean, just figuring it out, coming out, you know what I mean, with your family, so on and so forth. Now we're moving over to teenage years. Let's say junior high. Before we get to teenage years, what were you doing junior high? What was it looking like for you? Was it basketball? Did you want to, you know what I mean, only mess with the records? Was it music even popping in for you? Like, what was the...
Yeah, so junior high, that's like 11th grade through 8th grade. You're 11 years old. You're 6th grade through 8th grade. So back then, that's when I discovered hip hop, and I was breakdancing and beatboxing.
Give us a time period. Around what time?
So, and it's easy to timestamp me because I'm born in 70. So 81, I was 11. 83, I was 13. So 11 through 13, I was in the 6th grade through the 8th grade.
Junior high.
You know what I'm saying? So coming up, you know, when I'm in 6th grade, I remember having pro player sneakers. Y'all too young for that.
That's before your time.
Pro player sneakers.
Older than you.
And, you know, the high power sneakers, see, Super relate to that. The high power sneakers was Adidas back in the day. You know what I mean? That's when you were coming up with the first shell toes, but I could only afford pro players. But pro players had a little swag with them back then, a little bit. So I remember lacing up my pro players with fat laces. I was breakdancing and beatboxing, but again, I'm the youngest of 7, 5 sisters and 1 brother. They all smoked weed. All the local drug dealers came to our house because, again, we got a single parent. And, you know, she would always go out and spend the night over her boyfriend's house. So I grew up in like a fucking frat house.
You had the fun house.
That right there, that you never once thought about, I guess, selling drugs or being a part of that at that time? Like,
so, and that's what happened. So for me, it was always breakdancing and beatboxing. And then all of my brothers and sisters smoked weed and this, that, and the other. And then their friends sold drugs. So in particular, my youngest sister, Sharon, who's 3 years older than me, her friends were the drug dealers.
Got you.
So we
editing he doing, bro. He on top of his game. That is different.